Why this story matters. This piece offers a constructive counterpoint to the constant stream of negative news. Quick summary. This story highlights recent developments related to United Nations, showing how constructive action can lead to meaningful results. The mushroom cloud from the thermonuclear explosion resulting from Operation Crossroads. Baker 8 years, 4 months, and 29 days. That's how long it's been since the last nuclear weapon was detonated on Earth, and it's also the longest such time's been since the nuclear age began. Since the fateful day in the sands of America's Southwest in 1974, it's actually rather mind-boggling how many nuclear weapons have been donated. Dylan Spalding, a senior member of the Union of Concerned Scientists, he saw fit to mark this long interdetonation period with a blog post that explained that since the Trinity test, 2,000 nuclear weapons have been detonated by 8 nations. Would you like to read more good news about United Nations inspiring peace, Russia, nuclear, and records?
Being that the 21st century has been largely explosion-less, that means that some of those early Cold War years would have seen over 100 nuclear test explosions in a single year. 2 did, in fact.
Yet January 14th marked the longest period humankind has gone without one or another part of the whole exploding one of these deadly weapons, stretching back to the last North Korean test in September 2017. All other nuclear-armed states conducted their last nuclear tests between 1993 and 1998 when Pakistan ceased its nuclear testing. In 1996, the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty (CTBT) opened for signatures and has since been signed by 110 nations and ratified by 178. An overwhelming global majority reports Spalding, describing the result of the CTBT as creating one of the strongest taboos in modern statecraft. An actor, North Korea, being the only such example who violates the Test Ban Treaty, is labeled a rogue state and excluded from the vast majority of world affairs. Though the United States has signed, but never ratified the treaty, it nevertheless has maintained the ban on supercritical testing of any kind. Any potential benefits from posturing or technical expertise gained from a nuclear test is certain to be outweighed by the detriment to national reputation and future diplomatic leverage against developing or aspiring actors. When discussing nuclear weapons policy, it's important to keep a long frame of mind. Today, despite this long period without a detonation, there are many reasons to be fearful of nuclear exchanges between armed states. That has always been the fear, because then, as now, there were plenty of reasons to be thusly fearful. There was more than one occasion, if the mind permits the thought, when nuclear war between the USSR, China, and NATO was a reality that stood just minutes away, or was separated by the mere click of a single button, by chance malfunction, or by the split-second decision-making of a stressed-out commanding officer. Efforts to improve the world is never that far from those days, but substantial progress has been made, and more still could be made if just as back in the day cooler heads prevail. As for nuclear testing and the documented deleterious health effects that accompany it, every day that goes by can be celebrated as a new record and a new reason to continue to hope that cooler heads can, will, and someday perhaps ultimately prevail. Article GoodHeadlines.org curates positive and solution-focused stories from trusted sources around the world.